Welcome to Inside San Diego, where we take a personal look at the hottest trends under the sun. On today's show, we'll have the most San Diego has to offer in love, life, fashion, fitness, food, and all-around entertainment. Live from the studios at KUSI News, Inside San Diego.
Also this morning, a breakthrough treatment for people suffering from eating disorders. It has people all over the world coming right here to San Diego for treatment. This morning, we're going to be showing you a machine that is helping people learn to eat normally again. Many people suffer from eating disorders, but there is help. And folks are coming from all over the world to San Diego to get it. We'll show you a machine that's helping people learn to eat normally, from celebrities to everyday folks. Coming up next on Inside San Diego, eating disorders are a common problem, especially among the young Hollywood crowd. There is a remarkable treatment that's helping people get better. We'll show you how it works. Welcome back. Many young women develop eating disorders at some point in their lives. Men too, and they can be very tough to beat. Dr. Cecilia Berg, founder of Mandometer Clinic for Eating Disorders, is here this morning to show us a treatment that is helping people learn to eat normally again. Welcome.
Thank you.
You know, it seems every day in the news we're hearing about somebody else, mostly young Hollywood, developing an eating disorder. I mean, it's so clear to see people literally starving themselves. Why do you think this has become such a big problem in this country?
Well, first, anorexia nervosa hits about 1% of all girls between 14 to 17 years of age. So that's about 140,000 American girls. And bulimia nervosa hits twice as many. And unspecified eating disorders hits about 25 to 30% of American women. And eating disorders always starts by losing weight or dieting and or increased physical activity, and dieting today is a normal behavior, and the more we diet, it's likely that the group of eating disorder patients will grow, because when you diet you become highly rewarded, and your eating behavior soon get distorted.
Sure. Well, you know, we're looking at all these stars that are just pin thin, from Calista Flockhart to Nicole Richie to all the other celebrities. And if you lose weight, especially in Hollywood, boy, you get a lot of attention. And that applies in everyday life with normal people, too. So tell us a little bit about your program. You opened a clinic in Rancho Bernardo. And tell us how things are going.
It's going great. We have up to now treated 32 patients, and 60% of those are in partial remission or full remission. And the number of patients admitted to the clinic is growing. We just signed an in-network contract with the Mental Health Network, and we are expecting more and more patients. And so this is one out of 5 clinics worldwide. We have one clinic in Australia, one in Holland, and 2 clinics in Sweden.
Why did you choose San Diego to open your eating disorders clinic?
Oh, because of a family physician, Louis Malletz in San Diego, read a paper that we had written about a randomized controlled trial. It was published in the Proceedings of National Academy of Sciences 2002. And then he asked if this treatment could be available to his patients in the San Diego area. And then we invited him to Stockholm, and he was there the following week.
Now, you brought well, you're opening up the actual machine that we're going to show. Eating disorders are notoriously difficult to conquer. The recidivism, people being cured and then going back to the bad behaviors, is sky high. You say that your rate of cure is 75% after 5 years. That's phenomenal.
Yes, 75%, and the treatment time is about a year. However, the U.S. girls and women go in remission in a shorter period of time, and that is about 8 months.
We're looking at this Mandometer, and basically it's biofeedback. Could you, in a brief way, explain how this biofeedback device is helping people conquer their eating disorders?
The biofeedback device teaches you how to eat, how much you should eat, what is the normal portion, how fast you should eat, when you should increase your eating rate, and how you should feel full. Because anorexics eat small amounts of food and they get highly satiated, and bulimics eat large amount of food and they do not feel any fullness at all. So you normalize your eating behavior with the machine, and the patients feel very safe with the machine because it doesn't lie to them.
How long does it take for somebody to get their normal or get normal eating patterns back using Mandometer?
3 to 4 months, and then they have a completely normal eating behavior, and they know they learn to interpret the biological signals again and to trust their biological signals. They know when to stop.
People come from all over the world to visit this eating disorder clinic in San Diego. Is it difficult to get treatment? Is there a waiting list?
It's not a waiting list, and you're right, we have patients from Australia flying in, we have patients from Europe flying in, and of course the main number of patients are from United States. We have now also interest from Mexico, and we are going there next week to launch the treatment.
Well, Dr. Berg, congratulations on the success of your program. We're going to have the information on the website, KUSI.com, where you can learn more about Mandometer Clinic here in San Diego, and it's great to see people doing great things.
Thank you.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
You're watching Fox in the Morning, your station for balanced news.
Plus, how well does American healthcare cover the treatment of eating disorders? We'll talk to one activist and a doctor who's trying to make a change. And up next, how well does American healthcare cover the treatment of eating disorders? We'll meet some women who are pushing to change in this system. While it's difficult to track, it is estimated that around 5 million people suffer from eating disorders worldwide, and it has the highest mortality rate of any psychological disease. But there's a very important underreported part of coping with eating disorders: paying for it. And joining us this morning is Dr. Cecilia Berg and Irene Anui. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Now, you actually have a very personal experience with this. Your daughter suffered from anorexia since she was 12. She's 15 now and doing very well.
Yes.
But there's been a lot of struggles, and you actually had to go to Mexico to get treatment. Talk about this and talk about what you've been through.
Yes, when she first was diagnosed, we had no guidance at all to where to go to. The insurance system put us through, we had to wait for authorizations, and that was like 2 weeks in between every authorization, and then they sent me to the wrong doctor, or the doctor wouldn't take her. Every week that went by, she deteriorated even more, to the point where I just couldn't wait. Well, finally, I was sent to the Children's Hospital of LA, and they didn't want to take care of her. They told us that, well, you know, I had to wait 3 months before they could have take her, and I said, no, she doesn't have 3 months. So I had to call my family in Mexico, and they got us help. So we had to take her there in order to save her life.
Why such the difficulty? Obviously, you had health insurance. At some point, you didn't, but then even when you had health insurance, that was a problem. Why such the issues?
I don't know. Up to this point, I guess is they want to. The insurance is very controlling. It's a very controlling system, and they try to. Well, actually, there's no guidance because there's a lot of contradictions between medical groups and case managers and all that. So it's difficult. It's a very difficult thing to answer.
And it's somebody that people don't think about when that aspect of it, you know, it's something that they can just heal yourself. But doctor, you're saying that's something that can't happen. You can't just stop eating or start eating, right? You can't just do it on your own. You need the guidance. Talk about why there is a cost emotionally to the victims of those who suffer from eating disorders, as well as the healthcare system. Do other people get affected by higher healthcare costs because of the struggle, or?
Yes, we actually made a study a couple of years ago and found out that the aggregated costs for a patient, an anorexia nervosa patient, is about $700,000. So for every patient going in remission, we will save $700,000. So it's highly important to invite new methods to treat eating disorders, because we know that the results of traditional treatment are poor. And the problems we are experiencing with insurance companies, they are actually two. First of all, insurance companies denies payment due to, even though it's a pre-authorization, and they say that claims are incorrect, claims has not arrived, and pre-existing condition, not a medical necessity, not in network. And secondly, because we are not a representative of traditional treatment, we do not fit the standards and the guidelines. And if you do not fit the standard and the guidelines, you cannot be reimbursed.
I see. So you're saying that there's, because people have relapses because the treatment is not immediate or it's not the right treatment, so it ends up costing everyone in the long run, because you have to keep going back for different types of treatment and still haven't solved the problem. So it's costing taxpayers as well as the individuals emotionally. What do you see as a solution? What would you like to see happen?
I would like the insurance, the health insurance industry to be to let the patient or their loved ones to have a little more, to have a decision, to be able to make a decision to where we want to go, to where we want our loved one to be treated.
Does major change have to happen, like within the healthcare industry, though, in terms of policy coverages and all that?
I don't think so, because that means they will have to give up a little bit of their control.
Oh, right.
And I don't know if that is possible anytime soon.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, and I know your daughter's doing well, so good wishes to her. And then also you're part of the Mandometer, which is a treatment program here that people can get in San Diego if they're looking for alternative methods to treat eating disorders. So thank you so much for coming in. So you guys can find out more about Mandometer if you log on to fox6.com and this issue of eating disorders. Chrissy, over to you.